Looks like we are live. Right. Yes, we are. Oh, there are many comments. Sorry, guys, I was uploading another video, so I could not read these. And I didn't even read the comments on the video that I uploaded. FF Total Gaming, so late. I'm not late. It is still 22:20 here. Not even 1 minute late. Maybe a few seconds. Damn, Sasho did really beat him dirty, buried alive again. Yeah, that was my prediction, man. I don't know what other people were thinking, how what they were trying to convey when they were saying that RVJ can beat. Even Todd Hutchings was saying when I said that Todd Hutchings is just supporting his fellow countrymen, people were really doubting that. Todd knew that RVJ was going to lose. I'm just talking. I didn't even ask you guys. Can you hear me correctly? John Brzenk versus Dmitry Kachan match should start in about maybe what 20 minutes from now. John Brzenk was on a live call with Ryan Bowen, and he said that the match should start in 20-25 minutes, and 10-15 minutes have already passed since then. But इस हिंदी में कौन लाइव आएगा? Not me right now. Not me. Yeah. Wait. Hi, it's time. Europeans are just superior. Yes, I believe that now. Carlos, brother Pradeep, how are you, man? Even Bowen admitted that East is by far best. Yes, I watched that. Where can we watch live? On John Brzezink's channel. I will update you about it. John said that he will be going live on his channel, but he hasn't, not till now. So you can stay here. I will update you when the match is live. No problem with that. I just uploaded a video on my channel about the Sasho versus RVJ match. Did you guys watch it? Dapper John, hello from Denmark. Pradeep, hi brother. Say hello to your friends. Arm wrestling opinion. Can you believe Bowen spoiled the results for us? Yes, I can. Yes, I can believe that. Results, the spoilers were inevitable. As bad as the spoilers are in today's world, where when everyone is posting everywhere, spoilers are inevitable. You cannot prevent them. You know how I used to watch the WL matches in 2018? I would give the phone to one of my friends because WL at that time used to upload the thumbnails that had the scores. So the match would show 3-0 and or the check mark, the winning check mark, and that was really frustrating. So I closed my eyes, I gave the phone to one of my friends, and he opened the video, got it in full screen, then gave it to me. Then I started watching, and even then I did not watch the length of the video, because if you watch the length of the videos, if you watch the length of the WL videos, you can clearly guess what is going to be the score. If the video is 13, 12, 14 minutes long, the score is always 3-0. If the video is about 20 minutes long, the score is 3-1, 3-2, something like that. If the video is 25 minutes long, something like that, then the score is 3-2. That is why I never watch the duration of WL videos. Like, yeah, the same with length. Yeah, that's really a big thing. And I gotta admit, and I gotta say sorry, I too did some spoilers on the Arm Wrestling Uncensored group. I typed a bunch of excuses that some of the fans would like to give, like number one, Sasho does not have a job and RVJ has a job. And I'm telling you, these excuses are still going to come tomorrow. You can wait. That Sasho does not have to work. He's just lucky. He can earn money from arm wrestling, and RVJ has to work. RVJ did not get enough chance to prepare. Second one, and the third one is Sasho is juiced. And RVJ himself said, "What if even I lost to the number one guy in the world." And Engin clearly said that Sasho is nowhere near the number one guy in the world at that weight. Hello from Pluto. How's the weather there? Must be cold, right? Clouds fire. Are there clouds in Pluto? Swedish boy 90. So what was the score between Sasho and RVJ? The score was 6-0. Very dominant win. Very dominant win. I was doing a podcast with Ryan Bowen today, and we did some predictions today and yesterday as well. I think yesterday we predicted 4 matches and I was 4-0. Ryan Bowen was 3-1. He predicted one match wrong. the coach Raven. And today we predicted some more matches, and even today I was ahead of him. I predicted all matches right except one. Except one. What was that match? Uncle John match. Uncle John match. I predicted Ryan SP to win left-handed and Alex Kurdecha to win right-handed 6-0. Ryan got injured in first round, then second round he lost, then he quit. So the score is technically 6-0. So the prediction is why was right, but I feel sad for Ryan SP, man. He had to suffer so much during the flights and everything. His 1,500 two-way ticket got up to something like $5,000-6,000. $1,500 ticket. He was really pissed off because of the flights, and then he got injured in the first round. He said something popped in his elbow, and there is swelling right now. That is really sad, really sad. So the left-handed match is remaining. I think it has not happened yet. So I had Ryan SP left-handed, but I'm not sure if he's going to win right now because his right is injured. But he confirmed that he will compete. He will compete. I missed some chats, definitely. Interesting take, Pradeep, about watching WAL matches. Jatin Tiwari, I love arm wrestling. Thanks for streaming, Pradeep. Time to sleep for me. Good night, man. Ton of love. Thank you very much, man. Thanks. SG Records, say, bro. AJM18, Clouds Fire. Yeah, I hate it when thumbnails reveal the truth about the match. It ruins it. Swedish boy. I deleted that arm wrestling uncensored post. Someone said that you gave us spoilers. Then after that, I deleted that post. Swedish boy. Oh, damn. I don't know what you're talking about. I mean, I should say I don't remember what you're talking about. Obviously, it must be somewhere around the discussion. Joe, East is better, but I believe West will get a lot better. Our best guys are so old and have been around forever. We need young and more pullers. As the sport picks up, more in the West will participate. Joe, I would have to say I kind of disagree with that statement. Why? Because still the great arm wrestlers in US, the top arm wrestlers in US are the older guys. So when they retire, who is coming to replace them? There are very few guys, very few. Chanshaw, then Derek Smith, then who? Number three is who? The list gets really short when Michael Todd, when Devon Larratt, and when not only US, I'm talking about North America, Canada as well. When these guys retire, the list is really short after that. And in the European countries, the talent is young. The talent is young. Like Bozhidar is dominating. Bozhidar dominated the one of the best guys in US under 175 pounds, Tony Kitowski. And Bojidar is what, 23 years old. The depth of talent over there is high and very young compared to US. I'm not sure there are many arm wrestlers in US to replace the old guards. The same thing that happened with WWE when Triple H retired, when Shawn Michaels retired, when Undertaker retired. When these guys retired, no big name was there to replace them. I doubt and I fear that the same thing is going to happen with US arm wrestling, with North American arm wrestling. Clerks 93. I've heard your name a lot. First, I should read the super chat. Jono Favlon 1. Thank you very much, man. You haven't even told me your real name yet. Ryan Blue Balls Bowen is an absolute wanker. Giveaway the RVJ also you told before the video was out. What an absolute tool. Fool, you mean to say. Ryan and someone mentioned in the chat today that you guys used to hate each other and now you look like great buddies. I'm kind of happy that that happened, and some people can call it YouTubers collaboration or something. But I would still give Ryan Bowen a really hard time when he predicts something wrong or says something that doesn't make sense. Like Ryan Bowen said that John Brzenk in one of the videos, he said that my prediction is I genuinely believe that John Brzenk is going to cross Devon Larratt in terms of subscribers. That is never going to happen. YouTube, Devon and John Brzenk are completely different personalities, completely different. In the YouTube world, John Brzenk can never be loved as much as Devon Larratt. Devon Larratt is kind of god for some people. I don't think John Brzenk is even close to Devon Larratt when it comes to YouTube. And Ryan Bowen said that John Brzenk is going to cross. Devon Larrett in terms of subscribers. Even if they had equal amount of subscribers right now, still I would doubt that. And Devon Larrett is what, 400,000 above him. So Ryan says something that doesn't make sense at all. But we are good now. We are good now. So where was I? Levy. Wouldn't be surprised if SP loses left to. Yeah, man. I'm also thinking the same. I really doubt that he's going to win the left right now. And this will be my second wrong prediction in the entire Armwars reality check series. Carlos. RVJ never had a chance. He must have realized he would lose. Yeah, right. I included that footage when I said that I my prediction is 6-0 Sasho Andreev. It is not even close. I included that footage in the results video. When it starts, let me hear Ryan Bowen what he's saying. Maybe he's just talking over the match. Just a second, guys. No footage from John Brzenk. No live right now. No. Some other matches may be happening, but definitely not John Brzenk. So you guys can stay. Okay. Back on the stream for my arm wrestling brother. Phoenix Gamers, thank you, buddy. Thank you very much. Levan Gasparini, Ryan SP is a class act. I love Ryan SP. He's a really, really nice dude. And totally honest. No different characters on camera or anywhere else. Genuine, no BS. Swedish boy, I was responding to the 6-0 score. Okay, yeah. Young blood comes from Kazakhstan and Georgia. Swedish boy, huh? Levan Gasparini, yeah. Levan Gasparini, are you still the moderator? I made you moderator about 3-4 weeks ago. It is still showing that side. Great, great. I don't have to do it again and again. Clouds Fire. Honestly, I don't think Michael Todd has it anymore. There are a lot of weak pullers that are beating Michael Todd when he's practicing. Right, right. I kind of agree with you. John Favlon, again for your super chat. Thanks for Swedish boy. Surprising, but and talking about Michael Todd, he's 48 years old. Why do you think he's on a protocol right now? 6 months protocol because he knows time is against him right now. Not everyone gets to be a crazy George who can compete for a very long time just because they have a king's move. I lost the chat. Surprising, but I'm just a dude who just enjoys watching arm wrestling and I'm not as knowledgeable as all of you guys. I'm also like that, man. I'm also like that. I just work out a little bit, some arm wrestling lifts, and I ask people to please, I beg people to arm wrestle with me for practice. And I would go if there is a tournament near me. That's what everyone does who's not a professional. Why is East so much better? Their training is different. Do they train more or less? I'd like to know so I can train like they do in the East. You should contact someone. These guys are giving trainings, and I would believe the training that you would get from the US pullers, they would offer the same or better training at a lesser price. Maybe you can contact Engin Terzi. Won't do it. Engin Terzi takes limited people that he knows, but maybe some other guy. And it is a difference, man. It is a definitely there's a difference in training and approach, and it carries from generations. Like if everyone started taking arm wrestling seriously in US, and I don't want to offend anyone, but it is really, I mean, what kind of swag is there to be drinking while arm wrestling and practicing? I don't get it. Everyone can drink. Does it make you a much level higher person or better swag person? I don't know why drinking while arm wrestling is glorified. Everyone can drink. There is no big deal in that. Maybe not as much as Evan Burgoyne or some of the other guys, but everyone can drink. I am watching you and Ryan at the same time now. SG Records. Thank you, man. Pradeep, what happened with John Brzenk match? It must be delayed. It must be delayed. There is no live stream going on right now, which is showing the John Brzenk match. Earlier, it was scheduled to happen at about almost 2 hours from now, 1.5 hours now, but it got delayed for some reason that I don't know. Ryan Bowen is contacting John. Brzenk match is happening in a bit. Clerks 93. Okay, I'm watching you right now. The arm wrestling opinion. Devon understands memes, which is how ideas get spread online. Yeah, man, that first match was fire. Which first match? RVJ versus Sasho. Make sure we get the link when Brzenk goes live. Okay, sure. How will I get the link though? May Levan Gasparini is there. My brother will do it for me. Yes, G, I got Ryan on my TV. He's currently talking about pulling Michael Todd. Michael is too much for Ryan. Michael is too much for Ryan. You know who is too much for Michael? And Michael won't admit it? Hermes Gasparini. This is going to be one of the most one-sided match if that happens right now. Devon is a living meme. That's how it works. Timmy Turner, North America, 592 million popularity versus Europe, 746 million popularity. What does that have to do with the numbers, Timmy? What does that have to do with the numbers? In India, there are 1.3 billion people, so India should be at the top of the world. And numbers can be few, but they can generate a dominant group of people, like wrestling, Olympic wrestling, freestyle. There are two wrestling, Greco-Roman and freestyle. Freestyle is the most popular one. And the entire wrestling team, the entire Olympic team, wrestling team from India comes from one state, Haryana, which is my state. From one state, Haryana, and no other state. All the wrestlers from that. It is not that other guys are not training, but those guys are so much better, and all of them are in medal contendership at the Olympic level. And it is the one of the smallest states when we talk about the population. Not even 4% of India's population, and almost half of the entire Olympic team from India goes from that state. Half of the entire Olympic team. Can you guys take a note on this? I don't think it matters. They say live is on Facebook. Are you sure about that? No, Ryan is still showing some videos or something on his phone, somebody talking. So I think the match is not on yet. Definitely not. On John's channel, but it hasn't started yet, right? Where can I watch the match? It's the ancient Girgashite genetics. कब शुरू होगा मैच? Nothing is sure right now. The match should have already been started. शुरू हो जाना चाहिए था अभी तक, but नहीं हुआ. So not sure when. Only John Brzenk, maybe not even John Brzenk knows that. Levan, there is no live on that channel yet. The TL live is on. Is John Brzenk on? It's Levan Gasparini. Is the match, the John Brzenk match on? John forgot to log in. I would say yes. He's John Brzenk. He can delay a match for some time if he wants to get his channel sorted out. And John Brzenk is really high in terms of technicality, in terms of filming and editing, much higher than Devon Larratt is, even after years of being on YouTube. That I would give to John Brzenk, but still does not mean that he can cross Devon in terms of subscribers. Devon has a different personality. SG Records, spoiler. Spoiler what? Match should be live on John channel, if not Facebook TL group. John said that Eric Wolf is going to film his match and he's going to film Eric Wolf's match. That is what he said. Spoiler, don't read. Ryan SP crushed Kurdecha on the left. Seriously? Let's go, SP. Great. So I have only one prediction wrong right now, and that is the Uncle John David Bradford match. I saw David Bradford lose yesterday. That is why I picked Uncle John. Only one wrong prediction out of the what, eight, nine matches that I predicted, and a couple of them were guesses only. So maybe I should not count them. So it does not. You do not need to be a high level arm wrestler to predict matches. It's live on FB. I'm watching in another tab. That is a good decision. You should keep that on the other tab. And if the live is on, if the John match is on, somebody would mention it in the comments. Don't worry. I just don't want you guys to leave yet before the match starts. And please come back after the match ends to discuss the. And John Brzenk said that he want to test his hook against Dmitry Kachan. I don't know if it is the right thing to do. Man, Dmitry Kachan does these short pulse hits that he did against Robbie Burnett, and Robbie Burnett is really good in a hook. I think if John tests his hook, it can be a really bad day for John Brzenk. I really feel that. John Brzenk versus Dmitry Kachan. John Brzenk is live right now. John Brzenk is live. But don't worry again. I'll tell you when the match is on. I'll tell you when the match is on. It is not on yet. Let me just quickly read your chats before the match starts. I'm really happy for INSP. Dude, you are from Haryana. You said that you were from Delhi. I never said that I'm from Delhi. I said three states. For Dimitri is just chilling. He's standing there. Looks like the match has at least 10 to 20 minutes more, maybe. So I was born in Haryana and I lived for the most of my life in Uttar Pradesh. And then I moved to West Bengal for work. But all of my entire family, everyone, my previous generations, everyone is from Haryana. Ryan just asked about SP match and SP got dismantled again. There are two different opinions, man. Two different opinions. No match is not started, but TL Facebook has a stream going. I'm Levan. You can remove that link right now. John Brzenk is live. 220 people are live on his channel, and I can see 40 people have dropped from my channel. Okay. My brother is sending me a smiling emoji. Did I mess something up? What happened? I want to see Pradeep versus Geoff. You want me to break my arm? Phoenix Gamer, Levan, links please. Just go to John Brzezink's channel, man. Why do you need links for that? I'll tell you when the match is on. I have it on. Trust me. I have it on. As soon as any one of them approaches the table, I will tell you about it. You do not need to worry. 46 are here. 46 are here. If by any chance some of you are not subscribed to my channel, please do so. I need to get to 10,000 as soon as possible. People outside the community need to see that arm wrestling channels are big also. 10,000 is not big, but 10,000 gets recognized. Did I miss any chat? Not all people are equal. Levan's live on Facebook. Nice. Thanks, Levan. John live. John live here. Okay. Thanks. When will we see Hale versus Janis? Shubham Yadav, when you mean when will it be uploaded? If you want spoilers, if you don't want spoilers, then mute the audio for about 10 seconds from now. Geoff Hale got injured in round two, so the winner is Janis Amolins. Then after that, Janis Amolins easily defeated Tom Holland for the final because Tom Holland was totally gassed out after the match. Totally gassed out. Maybe I should switch on the. Engin Terzi mentioned you in a comment. They're just talking, chilling. There is time in the match. There is time. The Facebook Live has a different camera than what You should watch it on John Brzezink's channel, man. Why would you watch a John Brzenk match on someone else's Facebook Live? Wise old man. Later, guys, gonna watch the John Brzenk match. John's match. It is not on. John's arms are looking jacked. I know the results, but where are the videos? Not uploaded yet. Neil Pickup's live stream got taken down due to some background music. That was the issue. So that is why they didn't live stream it afterwards. If he got, Neil said that he got strikes. I doubt it was strikes. Apparently, there are matches before John matches, so possible 45 minutes till his match. Okay, then it would have to be the longest live that I have ever done. I know the results. Okay. So the match, I don't know when Neil is going to upload it. So if the Ryan SP versus Alex Kurdecha match is off, it is over, not off, over. But then it means the Armwars reality check series has ended, and they should upload it tomorrow or today if currently there is morning where you live. Perma bulk. I can't watch Bowen anymore, lol. What's going on over here? On my channel? Okay. You commented that we are getting along nice, we are buddies right now. I get your comment, but I doubt very few of the other guys here will. Joshinado. Joshinaldo. I can't read it. 900 live watching on John Brzenk's live stream. 39 on my live stream. Really good. I'm happy with that. Uploads will be tonight. Okay. Bowen has already. Then you must be from western part of the world. The mighty silverback. Because in India right now it is 2247. So 1047. Bowen is still live. Hit the like button, guys. 49 likes. Let's see if Levan Gasparini's request gets accepted. Idaho. Who is on Idaho? John is just sitting there, man. Don't leave this chat yet. John is relaxing. The match is not on yet. Leon Gasparini, can you please type? I will pin that comment or something that again that the match is live in 30 minutes or something like that. I smashed like 52 likes, three guys like, so thank you very much. Maybe I missed some comments on the top. Please, you can, if you can copy paste your comment or type it again. So you got John. I would have to say that, but for sure, it is going to be a lot closer than the Chan Shaw match. Lot closer. Dimitri is not Chan Shaw. Like there is no comparison between them, and it is really difficult to compare from one match. Like Chan Shaw lost easily, like really easily, within 1 second to Robbie Burnett, and Dmitry Kachan defeated Robbie Burnett in a war, 3 rounds war, hook war. So John said just on Ryan Bowen's show on his call, John said that he's thinking about trying a hook, testing the hook, and I don't think it is a good decision against him. I think John is going to hurt his shoulder or something in a hook because his shoulder is not really well. Maybe he was just trying to mess with Dimitri Kech, and maybe he thought that Dimitri or somebody else who is watching is going to tell Dimitri that John is trying to hook, and maybe he's going for a top roll or something. He wants to surprise Dimitri. I think that is going to happen. I cannot see a way why John would want to hook Dimitri. I just cannot see it because they had a practice pull, but the practice pull was after the Robbie Burnett match. He was trying to out of the straps. Dimitri was trying to top roll. Maybe not. Maybe I'm sure that 32 of you are here. Maybe I'm sure that at least 30 of you haven't watched it. Maybe I'll show you the footage. Oh god, where do I find it? Let me read some comments. There was a little bit practice pull, but after the Robbie Burnett match, so Dmitry Kachan was tired. He was trying to top roll John Brzenk out of the straps, and John was trying to contain him with his fingers like that. He still opened up John Brzenk quite a bit, but that was only practice, only a few seconds pull about 10 months ago. So I would say 3-2 John Brzenk because it is really a bad idea to bet against John Brzenk. And Dimitri, I did a little interview with Dimitri. He told me a few things about him, like he has been second in Russian nationals or something like that. And man, I really forgot what he mentioned. Because if he had the caliber to beat John Brzenk, I would assume that he will be well known right now. He's living in US, and getting famous in arm wrestling in US is a relatively easy thing to do if you have the talent. Someone is interacting with people on John's behalf. Okay, good. So I would say 3-2 John Brzenk. I hope John wins. 6 p.m. here, the mighty Silverback. Okay. Neil said he would upload the basic versions on his channel the night of, and then a better, more edited version later. Yeah, the production quality right now isn't the same, but the cameras, I can see the cameras that are recording from in front of the table, and it is the best shot. People are trying, like Brad Cook from 217, if you guys know him. He was trying different camera angles. Gary Roberts also tries them. But if you look at arm wrestling matches, the most popular videos and the most loved videos are the simple camera from the side of the table that shows two guys. Like if you and I are arm wrestling like this, the camera from there, right from that side, this is the most famous camera angle, and the videos that have most views on internet are shot from this camera angle. And it is a really simple thing to do, and I don't think we need to change it right now. I don't think we need to change it. So I saw that camera angle, the high tech camera recording the footage. Maybe Neil is going to use that. Shubham Yadav, some okay, I already. JF. Personally, I think 6 months of training and matches, and John will beat Devon. Depends on what weight they are meeting at. Below 250 pounds, it can be close, I would say. But even at 250 pounds, Devon can be cutting from 270 pounds. So still, I would have Devon as the favorite. But there has to be a weight cap. With no amount of training right now, I don't think with any amount of training, John Brzezinski can beat Devon Larratt without any weight cap. And when John beat him, Devon did not have the King's move in 2015. Maybe he had, but not at that top level. Right now, he has one. So I don't think, unless there is a weight cap, I don't see is beating Devon. Arm Wrestling News, Dmitry Kachan, the interview. Thank you, Levan. Thank you very much. In that video, about 2 minute mark, you can see that Dimitri told. I asked Dimitri about his best wins in arm wrestling, but he has done, and he told me. I was really, really happy. It wasn't a live interview. Like I recorded the questions, I sent it to him. He recorded the answers, and then I merged them together. That is what happened, because I want the video to be less than say 5-6 minutes, something like that. That is why I didn't have a live interview. You doesn't matter how short you want it to be. It is always about 15-20 minutes. I sent Devon that video. I heard Devon say that I don't know much about Dimitri. Maybe he's from Russia. Devon said that maybe he's from Russia because the name is Dimitri, looks like from Russia. So I thought Devon should watch that video. I sent Devon that video, and he said that yeah, it is a really good video. And a few minutes after that, I saw that Devon shared that video on his Facebook a couple of days ago, and I was really happy. I'm glad that I sent that video to Devon, because Dimitri was not selling on stakings. So maybe that's why Devon shared that video. But Devon has shared at least 4 or 5 of my videos on his Facebook, and all of those videos do great because it's Devon's page. A lot of people watch from that. Mamta Singh, John versus Devon, who you got 2022? I think I've already answered that question. Depends on the weight. Anywhere around 240 pounds, it could be really competitive. By the way, if you want to know the weight, John Brzezinski weighed in today or tonight, whatever it is, at 235 pounds. No official information as far as I know about Dmitry Kachan's weight. He could be around the same weight. I would assume he's a little bit lighter, maybe 225 pounds, but he's taller than John. Mamta Singh and John versus Devon 2021. Have to go with Devon. Right now, Devon isn't prepared. Right now, John is in almost peak form. Peak form, considering a 57-year-old John, the best form that he has been in past 4 years, at least 5 years, I would say. So right now, I think John can take it because he's prepared. But if you give Devon a date, I think Devon got it just because of the bigger frame, weight advantage, and King's move advantage. Neil is having a hard time. Yeah, man. Hats off, salute to that man. He was organizing the event, he was recording the event, recording the video, and he was commentating, doing three things simultaneously. He was doing an impossible job. Kudos to Neil. And how does Neil do that, man? The guys who haven't even faced each other, not even once, like Craig Sanders versus Coach Ray, no common opponent between them. No common opponent that you can find. Definitely never faced each other. And still it was a war. Frode Haughland versus Bogdan Stoica. Never faced each other. And I believe no common opponents between them two. And still it was a war. How does Neil do that? It is beyond my understanding. I missed a lot of comments. John's live is crazy. 1392 watching right now. Phoenix Gamers, John's live is okay. Rahul S. Brzenk 4-1. Okay. But why would it go to 4 rounds? If he wins 3-1, I think it is over. It is not the kind of a Armwar super match. Cobra Voda, I've made, but I don't really know. Sometimes they try to squeeze all 5 rounds when they have great players. So maybe you are right. Maybe they will do all 5 rounds. Cobra Voda, I've made 100 predictions to these matches, and I say John will beat Dimitri. Hope that happens. John losing right now doesn't really make him feel good. Like he said that I have a match against RVJ lined up possibly, then Zoloev in January, then Todd. By the way, guys, some news for you, for 41 of you. John versus Zoloev is in January, and at the same time, Todd Hutchings versus Sasho Andreev is at the same event. Engin fixed those two matches for that event. John versus Zoloev and Todd Hutchings versus Sasho Andreev. What was I saying? I totally forgot that. Permabulk. John said he's happy to pull Devon without a weight cap. That shows his confidence. And yeah, I was talking about John losing. John said that if I lose against Dmitry Kachan, what does that do to the streak forward about with RVJ, with Zoloev, with Engin Terzi, with Devon Leret? These matches doesn't really mean anything if John loses. At least not for the competition part of things, like being close. We could still enjoy watching John pull, but I don't think we would enjoy watching John lose. Nobody would. Rahul S. What happened to the match between RVJ versus Sasho? Did Sasho crush him? Yes, he did. Yes, he did. 6-0. Round 1, RVJ got one stop against Sasho. He was trying to pin him like that, got one stop, stood up, surged again, and pinned him. After that, I think it wasn't even close. In later rounds, he even bled him and even top rolled RVJ. He was looking, he held him like this, and he was looking at him and pinning him with one surge only. That's it. And how easily he forced the hook. How easily it looked like Rob couldn't even try to slip or something. All matches very easily forced in hook. Cobra Voda, Pradeep. How are the Indian girls over in India? The ones in America have been Americanized, not the same. I don't really understand your question. How are the Indian girls? What do you mean? Please elaborate, or please maybe don't. SG Records. Devon loves my videos but ain't sharing them. So congrats to you. Hey. As far as I remember, I have never asked Devon even once, but I just share my videos with him. That's all you need to do. So if he likes them, he thinks it's worth sharing, he shares them. But that one emotional video that you did about Devon Laird, I think he shared that video, didn't he? Your videos are already have over 200,000 views, man. It wouldn't really matter if he shares maybe 4 or 5 thousand extra views on them. RVJ got smashed. She too natty. And that's the problem with I had with RVJ. I made a video titled "RVJ accused Sasho of using steroids." When And Sasho did the wrong thing. First of all, he said that Dave Chavi, his countryman, the Bulgarian, what was his name? Krasimir Kostadinov could have beaten Dave Chaffee if it was a tested event, if it was a drug tested event. I think it was a really cheap thing to say. And after that, RVJ got pissed off and he said that you don't talk about steroids. You are this wide and you gained 40 pounds of muscle within months or years. I don't know what he said. I mean, what he means by saying you are this wide and gained 40 pounds of muscle and don't talk about steroids. So he clearly accused him of using steroids live. Not the right thing to do. Next live, I will share your channel in Devon Chat SG. Okay. Oh, so you are also Devon's moderator. Great. Shubham Yadav deleted something. The Giant Hornet. Pradeep, what is your favorite songs? Indian? Man, I would have to really think. Difficult question. It would take a lot of time. Maybe I'll answer that question if I remember something. JF, we need Khalid to train to take on Levan. Khalid is our only hope to beat Levan. Not going to happen. But Khalid can be really good. He can be really good just because of his hand. There will be a time where it will be almost impossible to force him in a hook just because of his hand. And his arm is weak. His hand is so strong that I don't think his arm is ever going to catch up to his hand. He just needs to work on his hand. He can be maybe top 20 in the world, maybe, if he really practices. Definitely way above Larry. I think still till date, Larry couldn't slip out of his hand. He would beat Larry 3-0 even today, after Larry has done 1.5 year of arm wrestling training. More than 1 year, I would say. Levan Gasparini never goes live though. Yeah, right. He did go live, I think, yesterday, but he very rarely does. John can cancel his match with RVJ now. Waste of time. John seems to be really confident against RVJ. Really confident. SG Records. And Shivam Yadav can't wait for RVJ's video. People were saying the same thing after the Dave Chaffee match. BRB, Pradeep got a blow my driveway, millions hickory nuts all over it. I don't know what you mean. What are you referring to? Levy. RVJ is just insecure about his lack of strength. And people say that practice pulls don't really mean anything. I do not agree with that. It clearly looked like RVJ had nothing for Sasha for Todd Hutchings in a hook in the practice. And practices are to find out your weaknesses. So, what makes you think if you can find out your weaknesses in a practice, others who are watching, they can't? The practice match, I commented that on Engin's page. The practice match between Todd Hutchings and RVJ and the real match with RVJ and Sasho Andreev looked exactly the same. Exactly the same. Once forced in a hook, RVJ had nothing for neither one of them. And after the match, although Todd Hutchings had RVJ as the favorite. He said that it is that RVJ can win because he will be going to 11 o'clock every round, but just because of his longer arm, he can climb over his hand. That is what Todd said. But he also said that he felt really good. He felt really comfortable against RVJ in the practice pool. As nicely as he can, with as soft words as he can. He literally said that, not literally, he said that he can beat RVJ easily right now. Permavalk. I think RVJ is a typical bodybuilder type. He wants people to think that he has better genetics than he has, but who knows? He has great biceps, a really big hand, and but his bicep strength and size does not resemble. That's what I think. He has 20-inch arms. Permabulk. Okay, I read that. Mamta Singh, Prime Travis versus Prime Dennis. Travis can definitely take a pin or two off Dennis, for sure. People are saying, I think even I said that a couple of times that Travis had nothing for Dennis. But when you watch the four times that Andre Pushkar has pinned Dennis, maybe he was tired before that or something, but he quickly top rolled him. All the four pins. And I think on internet in the last 15 years, there are only four pins on Dennis' left arm. And all four of them have come from Andre Pushkar in tournaments. And all of them look the same. Quick, fast top roll of the go like that. Dennis was laughing. He couldn't even engage his power. That was the way to beat Dennis. That has been the only way how you can beat Dennis, only proven way. And I think Travis was good enough to do that a few times. So in a tournament, I think Travis could have beaten them well prepared, but in a super match, I don't think so. In a super match, it is easy to figure out how to stop your opponent's one ace move, even if it is really strong. So I got Dennis. And I loved Travis Bajan's confidence. I really loved it when he was there in a competition, the tournament Zloty. He was talking about Andre Pushkar, and he said that this dude is hitting people. That is why he's winning. He does not have any other move. He was talking about Andre Pushkar, and he said that he is not hitting me. He will be catching me. And I think he lost. Maybe he lost in that tournament, but in a super match, he did beat Andre Pushkar 5-1 or 4-2, something like that, right handed. Travis did beat him. Where was I? Faisal Khan. Pradeep, what's your opinion about Irakli? Is he better than Hermes? No. Irakli is much, much lighter than Hermes. Hermes is 118 kilos, and Irakli is what? 93 maybe? 94? I don't think they're close, but Irakli is really good. He's really good. He pinned Sasho Andreev once. That shows you how good he can be. Then Sasho forced him in a hook every time after that. Maybe flat wristed, not a deep cup, but like that. What Sasho does, that's the way to beat Irakli. But Hermes rarely goes in a hook. But his wrist is really strong, SG. I don't think Irakli can do anything with Sasho. And that's a irony. Sasho's biceps are the strongest. And when RVJ was trying to show that he can lift as much as Sasho, I don't know what he was trying to show there. Sasho Irakli does rarely uses his bicep strength in a match. He always top rolls. And I believe pound for pound, if you line all the best strict curlers in the world, I think Irakli is going to win a medal there. He can strict curl more than his body weight. I don't think anyone else can do that. Faisal Khan, do you feel Michael Todd's strength is declining now? He is getting beaten by normal arm wrestlers. It was because he was sick due to COVID and pneumonia after that. He's recovering and he's on a protocol. But I don't think he's going to get much stronger or better than what he already was. Rahul S. Suggest an opponent for Sasho under 95 kg who can beat him. Zoloev. Zoloev is the recipe. If you remember, he did beat him in the Worlds in 2019, I think. Zoloev. S. Sen. Todd was just being nice. Yeah, that's what I said. He knew Sasho was going to murder RVJ. I said that he's just trying to. Someone else also said that he's just trying to support his fellow countrymen, and that's it. But not many people agreed to that. Perma bulk. What happened to the John match? Shouldn't that have happened already? Yeah, if they had stuck to the timings, it should have happened a couple of hours ago. But no, nothing right now. Still 39, only 39 people. It is not showing how many people are live over there. First prelim match starting in Texas. First prelim match. Okay. What happened to John? Okay, first prelim match. Mamta Singh, Devon's King's move against Levan or Hook like against Richard Lupkes. Devon, I'm I'm really disappointed to say that I don't think Devon's any move is going to work against Levan. I don't think. When the strength gap is that much, and Devon believes that you cannot beat Levan by any fundamentals. You cannot really top roll him. You cannot beat him in a hook. There was a time when you can beat Levan in a hook, but that time is long gone. So Devon also believes that he said that you have to try to something weird to beat him, and King's move is definitely an option for him. He will try that, but I'm not sure if he would be able to go to the King's move. I'm not sure if Devon would be able to slip against Levan. If you remember against Denis Siplenkov, he was able to slip only two times, I guess, only twice, maybe three times, but other three times Denis contained him. I doubt that the same is going to happen against Levan. Chris Walter, matches have started. Are you not going to show it? No, no. Why would I show their matches? Do you know who these guys are? I really doubt you do. It is live on John Brzenk's channel. When the John Brzenk match is on, I'll tell you guys to go to that stream. Why would I steal someone else's footage? We are just here to talk about it, to discuss your opinions. Oh, I should have done the poll already. Please answer the poll. Who? It is not who you want to win, it is who is going to win. So be honest. John, Dimitri. Maybe I should have typed John at number two. There you go. Ask your community. Great. Matches is okay. The Giant Hornet. Goddamn, I gotta ask your opinion. Andre Pushkar 2017 versus Alexei Vovoda. Man, it is really difficult. Really, really difficult to answer. Maybe Andre Pushkar in a tournament. I think definitely Andre Pushkar in a tournament, and in a super match, Alexei Vovoda. The thing about Andre Pushkar is he has shown his endurance only once. That was against Michael Todd in the 2016, oh no, 2017 match, I guess. Only once. Denis Siplenkov said that about Andre Pushkar, that he has a great hit, and then that's about it. He said that Andre Pushkar has no endurance. If you stop him, he gasses out really fast. So maybe Vovoda would have beaten him in a super match. And this is the thing right now. When we talk about the number one guys, I think the criteria to determine the number one guy in the world, the widely accepted criteria right now, are super matches. Earlier, 10, 15 years ago, it used to be tournaments. So when people compare the best of that time to the best of this time, they're talking about super matches, tournaments back then, and right now comparing them to super match pullers, tournament pullers to super match pullers. Like when people say Richard Lipkis could have beaten Levon. Richard Lipkis was a tournament puller. He was not tested in a super match. And looking at him, I really doubt that he would have been as good, as great of a super match puller as he was in tournaments, because of versatility. You need some level of versatility in super matches. Bicep strength does not matter if you let someone fully sit on your biceps, right? Devon at some point will have to King's move Levan. I don't see him holding Levan in a traditional arm wrestling style. John Brzenkvs said that Devon should force Levan in a hook. John wants everyone to hook Levan. Dave Chiffy wanted none of that hook. Devon gets tons of love from people who don't really care about arm wrestling. They just love Devon. That is right. On my PC, it is showing now. Now live on your channel, John Brzenk versus Dmitry Kachan. On my channel? What is he talking about? All of John's fans will be arm wrestling fans. Right. No. Jo- so Devon's fans aren't arm wrestling fans? Obviously they are. Tortiev versus Sasho. Guess Sasho may win. Man, Georgi Tortiev defeated Zoloev. He top rolled him. But maybe it is easier to top roll Zoloev than it is to top roll Sasho. Tortiev's arm is like this much long. He's a really tall, skinny guy. But he pinned Sasho Andreev. Oh, sorry, Zoloev relatively easily, and Zoloev has a win on Sasho, and he even has a even shorter arm. Maybe he can force a hook. People say that. I think Engin said that it is easier to top roll Zoloev than it is to top roll Sasho Andreev, even if he has a shorter arm. So maybe he may not be able to. I'm not. I'm not knowledgeable enough to comment on that match, but it can be close. Cobra Bogoda. Pradeep, if you had to put $1,000 on Vlad the Destroyer versus Schoolboy, who you got? Not sure about the right hand, but no, sorry, left hand, but right-handed Schoolboy all day long, all day long. Not even close. Man, you need to look at the size. Vlad the Destroyer is 82 kilos, and Schoolboy is almost 130 kilos right now. Almost 130. Like Travis, you can compare a well trained schoolboy right now to a untrained Travis Bajent. I think it is a fair assumption. Those two can be equal. And how easily Travis contained Vlad the Destroyer. Have you seen him? Just because of the size advantage. Travis wasn't peaked. Maybe he was peaked. It was in 2018, I guess. Travis contained him really easily just because of the size. So I don't have a reason to believe why Schoolboy couldn't. Left-handed schoolboy's left is not that strong, and Vlad's left is totally on a different level. Maybe he could right now he could be number one in the world. He destroyed Bozhidar. He destroyed Bozhidar left-handed today, like he always does. 6-0 wasn't even close. He was trying. He was letting Bozhidar try different things. He hook, top roll. He just rolled out of his hook and pinned him. His left is on completely another level. Travis Toteng, whom are you betting on, bro, for tonight's match? I haven't bet on this match. Okay, guys, please, if you want to stay here, you can. But I want to tell you, the match is on. The match is on. 30 people. I don't think I'm stealing anything from John. If you watch it here, maybe I'll show you one round. But I would ask you guys to leave. Please leave. Please leave this chat, and please come back when the match is over. Or you can stay, or maybe you can stay. Watch it on another tab. Watch it on another tab. Slip, elbow foul on John Brzenk. Elbow foul on John Brzenk. Slip happened. Looked close. Maybe I'll show you what the just happened. I'll show you. The slip looked really close. Like really close. But John had to lift his elbow up, man. John is going for the top roll. He does not want that hook, man. He does not want that hook. Sorry, I would not. Hadzimurat Zoloev might be too much for John Brzenk, right? I think so. The match is still starting out of the strap, and John is really serious about using someone else's footage. John tried to slip, and was trying to contain him with his fingers, and John slipped under his hand. But his hand looked stronger. Dimitri's hand looked stronger. But Dimitri is on the bad side of the strap, so it will kind of equalize. I think it is really going to be a hand battle. Center of the table, hand battle. At least I think they're going to stay there in the center for at least 5 seconds. For at least 5 seconds. They're putting on the straps. Maybe I can read a few comments. Man, it is really exciting. Really good quality. So Eric Wolf is filming John Brzenk's match. Really great. John is going to crush the Russian. The Russian is looking strong in the hand, man. And the Russian is definitely, I think he's definitely stronger in the hook. John can be in trouble, but I think he's really smart. He will figure something out. But the match is really close. It is for sure going to stay in the center for some time. It is what I think. Go. Yeah, exactly. Jammed in the center. Still in the center. No way. Not going anywhere. Dead center. Dimitri is hitting. Dimitri is hitting. Slightly on Dimitri's side. Still in the center. Still perfectly balanced. Perfectly balanced. Still in the center. I said 5 seconds and it has at least 15 seconds in the center. Still in the center. Man. Oh, John's went back. John's wrist went back. Oh God, John pressed him. John pressed him. Oh my God, he pressed him out of nowhere. Man, I was not. Let me recheck that. He was just waiting. He was watching at John, and he came forward with a shoulder and pressed him out of nowhere. Typical John signature, like what? Great, epic match. Really close in the hand. Really close in the hand. Still, I would say he had the bad side of the strap. If that match goes again to the strap, I think Dimitri is going to win it. I think Dimitri is going to win the second match if it goes to the strap, and I think it will go to the strap. Great, 29 of you still here. Best match of 2021. Yeah, yeah. John got him. Dimitri's hand is strong. And John really cares about the side of the strap. Really cares about. I think he's going for the press early in the next round. He's definitely going to. There is no way. I'm telling you right now, there is no way John's hand is going to hold up in this round when he's on the bad side of the strap. John is getting top rolled. If he's able to press with the flop wrist or not, that is a different thing. Or with even with a flat wrist. I'm 7 minutes behind. Really? I'm watching it live, man. I'm watching both channels. Flop wrist press by John. Akash Chopra. So, what is it showing on your screen right now? The stream froze. The stream froze on my screen. Really sad. I'm on John's live. Right now, they are gripping up in my stream. So, maybe my audio is coming late to you. Levan is saying that no, you are about the same time as mine. Yeah, maybe there could be a lag between my audio and when it is reaching you. John's hand is blown. He's not gripping up Dimitri. Round two, I have Dmitry Kachan 70% favorite in round two. 70% favorite. John is looking out of breath and Dimitri is looking fresh. SG Records, you are live, not delayed, no worries. Thank you for the feedback, SG. Thank you very much. Will John have the endurance to outlast the younger guy? John looks the man who is more tired right now. Strap. Go. Dimitri hit John to that side, but then John climbed over his wrist easily. It was an easy slip for him. But I'm thinking that tough time, really tough time for John Brzenk. If I think he's going to lose this match, this round, not this match. But John has the advantage. He won the first round. He got the good side. John would never let you voluntarily. He will not never voluntarily give you the good side of the strap. Maybe there was a toss I didn't watch, but John had the good side of the strap on round one. Now he's on the bad side, and I would have to say I think he's going to lose unless he goes for the press really early. And I'm sure he's thinking about it. Early press. But I don't see John's hand holding up to Dimitri this round. Definitely his hand is going to get bent back. Let me read some comments. Devon versus Vitali. Mamta Singh. Vitali. Oh, yeah, told you guys. Oh, not a pin. It was just 1 millimeter from the pad and back in the center again. Now John is gaining, lifted his elbow. Dimitri bailed out. He wanted none of that John Brzenk's strength. John stopped him about 1 centimeter from the pad, maybe even less than 1 centimeter. And then he brought him back. Then John was going for the press. He was intentionally losing his wrist, and Dimitri lifted his elbow up like this, at least 4 or 5 inches. Man, I was really surprised to see John coming back from that. And he was definitely, had Dimitri made a couple of seconds delay, John would have pressed him. John would have pressed him for sure. Who won that Cobra Vovoda? Nobody. It was an elbow foul from Dimitri. And that is the thing about when people complain about running fouls and these fouls. I think they both have flaws. You, when you are losing, you can just lift your elbow up to restart the match. I don't think it is the right decision. And the losing side is considered two-thirds of the side, losing side. Like if this is the center, this is one-third, this is two-third. The last bottom third part is considered as the losing side. I think it should be the bottom two parts out of the three, the losing side. If you're here, you can still lift your elbow. But if you're down here, then you cannot lift your elbow. Then it will be called a loss. The match is about to start. Go. John's wrist is slightly cracked, and so is Dimitri's. Dimitri is flat. John is kind of bent back, but John is comfortably holding him. Dimitri cannot finish. He cannot finish. He's trying. I think it is over. John is like this, shivering. Almost pressed him. Almost pressed him. Gone. Dimitri is gone. Dimitri has nothing for John. I'm really surprised. John was breathing heavy, but Dimitri's arm got gassed out first. Look at John's face. He must be red. Pradeep, which rule system you find the best for Armwars or PAL? None. No one. Just because of that rule. Running foul, I don't like the running foul. And I definitely don't like the rule when John Brzenk and Andre Pushkar can simply lift their elbow against Michael Todd to restart the match. So I don't like any one of those. My perfect rule system is say ready go, a fixed ready go, not don't move go, not close your hands go, not they tried different million different things. So I think it should be fixed ready go, and there should be at least 1 second gap between ready and go. If you're saying ready go, everyone is going to go at ready. It doesn't. John is sitting on a chair like this. Breathing heavy. So if you are going to say ready go, everyone is going to go at ready or even at the first R. Doesn't make sense. And don't move go. What does even don't move mean? Aren't you supposed to not move before the go? Why do you need to tell someone about that? Dimitri is a beast though. Yeah. I think this match started closer than the Chan Shaw match, but it is going to end like the Chan Shaw match. So they were kind of equal. I thought Dimitri can get a pin on John, but right now there is no chance. But still, I predicted John to win 3-2 or 3-1, something like that. John is freaking insane power, right? Go, John. John the GOAT. Dimitri should hook John now, right? I was surprised. Why didn't he hook? Dimitri looks really solid, but maybe it is not possible to hook John Brzenkvs. John's hand is really strong. Never mind, Pradeep, he's the GOAT, right? That is why I said it is never a wise decision to bet against John. Devon Laird said, I don't know if he really meant that or not. Devon said that if I were to face Dmitry Kachan today, it would be a close match. And I'm really kind of strict about the pronunciation of the names of the athletes. It is Dmitry Kachan, not Kachan. Dmitry Kachan. I asked it from Dimitri, of course. Ready, go. John slips from underneath his hand again. Straps, or did he give an elbow foul? No. What did it say? My
Hand is numb. Is it? Forearm is numb. Hand is numb. Is it?
hand is numb, forearm is numb.
The white wolf.
$10 super chat, White Wolf. Why is there no girls fanning and massaging John's arms? What's going on? He deserves that. Dimitri's John Brzenk is making some really really good money on YouTube, and I'm really happy. Some people don't like that for some reason, but my thinking is the more arm wrestling YouTube channels grow, the more arm wrestling will grow, and everything comes back to us. Like if John Brzenk starts a YouTube channel and he attracts, let's say, 1,000 new arm wrestling fans, 1,000 new arm wrestling fans, eventually out of those thousands, 10 are going to come to my channel, so everyone benefits from it. Everyone, 10 are going to go to Ryan Bowen's channel, they are going to find out his channel, and 10 are going to go to Uncle John's channel. So whenever any new YouTube channel gets big, everyone benefits from it. Everyone, no one loses. I love when YouTube channels get big. Dimitri has the advantage, slight advantage. The match is stopped in dead center. Both are breathing. Nobody is doing anything. Dimitri is not trying to pin him this time. John is comfortably holding. But Dimitri has a really good position this time. He's putting his leg on the table. They're laughing. Both are laughing. At this moment, they don't really have anything. Maybe 10 people from the crowd can beat beat them. Oh, John is really shivering. Great man. Salute. From this position, John made one strong hit like this. His head was like this, and he pinned him. Great signature from them. 3-0 John Brazil. John is the man. John is the man. John's cup is too much. I think the match is over. They're not going to do two more rounds. Okay, let's read some chats right now. 26, maybe a few people will come back after the match has ended. 29, oh, already great. Dimitri needs the strap he had to bail out of hope. John with. He didn't try to hook John. Maybe at Dimitri's level, I would say it is impossible to hook John. That is what it shows. Because Dimitri knew he's going to lose when he's trying to top roll. And John's containment strength is really good. He was down on Dimitri's hand. He was like here. Dimitri was all over his hand, down here, and with a broken wrist. And he still. Todd Hutchings pressed him this time. Seriously, man. What Todd Hutchings did to Matt Mask and other guys, or Marcio Barbosa, John did the same thing this time. Sorry, I had to mute the audio. I can't believe it. John's cup is too much. John is the goat. Levan Gasparini with 5 goats. John is having some interview or something. Been speaking for a long time today. Throat is getting sore. Man, I've said have Thor so many times. When I'm trying to say throat, Thor comes out of my mouth. John announces his arrival. Yeah, we are really, really happy for John. Like, really happy. So, do you guys want to chat about anything? Or should we end this stream here? Maybe we should go on for 10-15 minutes more. I landed at 120. Stephen's arms. Stephen, I saw I'm reading your comment after a very long time. You used to comment on my videos earlier. What happened, brother? I think you were one of the very, very first subscribers on Arm Wrestling News. SSEN. Brzenk showed his cleverness and versatility working around the compromised hand and wrist. Great. Right. And he showed his side pressure too, man. He was really composed. The cosmic entity. In every other match, we will see a relatively stronger John from now on, and we are going to see a relatively stronger opponent than Chen Shaw and Dmitry Kachan. It was so exciting to watch three great rounds. Chen Shaw match was also good. John, it means John is going to give us, and John really looks confident against RVJ too. He doesn't really think that RVJ has anything for him. Cobra Voda. I will be back, Pradeep. I'm pumped, so I'm going to arm wrestle some peeps. Okay. John did a Todzilla today. Yeah, Eradoliski. Was it 6-0 for Sasho? Yes, it was 6-0 for Sasho. I've made a video on my channel about that. It is only a 60 seconds video. And I did not get to hear what John Brzenk is saying. Maybe I'll download his entire live stream and hear it tomorrow when I wake up. Permabulk. Wouldn't it be fantastic if John took down Levan? No, it is not going to happen. Levan is a different animal. Cosmic entity, yes, it was. So, Levan Gasparini, guys, check out SG Records channel. He does translations from Georgian and Russian. We are very, very thankful for that. It has got about 1800 views, the RVJ versus Sasho video that I uploaded a couple of hours ago. Horse Company. Horse Company. Hello, does the fight happen? Yeah. If you don't want spoilers, like I always say, mute the audio for about 10 seconds. John Brzenk pinned him three times. The match stopped in the center. All of them were long matches, but John never looked like he was going to lose, maybe for one round when Dimitri took him nearly to the pad, maybe 1 centimeter from the pad. You gave him the spoilers. Brzenk killed it when he was asking for the spoilers. Maybe you're right. Damn, we will be interesting interested to hear RVJ's excuses, right? No, I don't think the internet is going to go really hard at RVJ this time. Really hard. I don't think he's going to give any excuses this time. Way too fantastic to become reality, but yes, it would be. Cosmic entity. You're talking about the Levan versus John match, I assume. SG Records, thank you. Guys, please subscribe to SG Records if you haven't already. He does some really, really great videos. And there is one Devon Larrett's video on his channel, on SG Records channel. Jody Larrett commented on that video. Am I right, SG? Jody said that there are a lot of videos made about my husband, but this one is the best. RVJ was probably drunk. It wouldn't have mattered. John's side pressure looks much improved. Yeah, man. Oh, Chanshaw in the house. Chanshaw commented that. Yeah, John did the Todd Hutchings today. He had his wrist broken back, and the opponent was higher on his hand. So, like, it was like this, and he still pressed through him. One surge. Did not take a break, did not stand up for the press. Just one side presser. Todd Hutchings surge. And that was it. Ankur Banerjee, new, no, not new. Now, GOAT versus GOAT cannot be denied anymore. Who is the GOAT? So, who is the second GOAT that you're talking about? Wow, the legend has done it again. Travis, Dimitri, much better than Chanshaw. What say? I would not say. Now that I look at it, if I ignore the first round, I think the Chanshaw match looked closer. The same match. If we are comparing these matches, the hand and wrist, John Brzezink's wrist went slightly back against both Chanshaw and Dmitry Kachan. I think their level of strength. What do you think about it, Chance? I think you versus Dmitry can be a really good match if we compare your matches against John Brzenk. Dimitri got a great setup and his hand looked killer. John just didn't make any mistake and let on the side pressure. Impressed with both athletes. In second round, I really thought that Dimitri is going to pin John, but he wasn't able to. He took him to the pad, but maybe 1 centimeter, 1 inch from the pad. Subscribe to the Prince of USA Arm Wrestling. Thanks, Levan. I've never heard about that channel. I'll subscribe to it too after this video ends. 59 online, man. I think I'll have to go for a few minutes more. John also looked like a beautiful entertainer. John Brzenk is one of the best rising YouTubers of 2021. He's taking this think really, really seriously. The best thing that I have heard out of John Brzenk, he said that earlier when people were trying to convince him to get on YouTube, he wasn't really keen on that. He always denied that for some reason. SG Records, yes, Pradeep, you are right. Jody said that, yeah. So, but John said that right now when he's at work, he cannot wait to come back to home to jump on YouTube. That is literally what he said, and I was really, really happy to hear that. Chan Shaw, why are you not uploading anything, buddy? Your channel was doing great. Maybe you don't need it for yourself, but we need your channel. The fans need your channel. John has bulked up. What is his weight? John Brzezik weighed in today at 235 pounds. Not sure about Dmitry Kachan's weight. Levan Gasparini, where was the chat? Okay, I already read that. Harvey Weinstein with a lot of fire. John McQueen, where do you put Dimitri in the rankings worldwide for his weight class? Really difficult, really difficult. I don't think worldwide John Brzenk is top 10 in the world at his current weight, 235. If he can cut down to 95, he's definitely top 8 in the world, John, but not at this weight. I don't think John is top 10 in the world at his current weight right now. So it is really difficult to rank Dimitri. Maybe 20 in the world or something like that. Levan Gasparini, that Chance channel, oh, I can call him the Prince of USA. Okay, that was Chance Shaw's channel. Okay, thanks. Thanks. I really hope John doesn't cut weight and keeps at his optimum. And it is not, I know he's the GOAT and he still looks in a great shape, but I don't think anyone is going to ask John Brzezinski to cut weight. Like Dimitri was probably lighter, at least 10-15 pounds lighter than John Brzezinski in this match, but he couldn't ask him to cut weight because he's a 57-year-old guy. Chan Shaw, in my opinion, top rolling John isn't a good idea if you want to win. But you tried that. I have found out that hard way, yeah. And Dimitri found it today. Ankur Banerjee. I mean Devon from Second Goat. Okay. Who is next for John? Who is next for John? Maybe RVJ, but but John has clearly said that he would want the John Brzenk versus RVJ match to be on a bigger stage like WAL. So he was offered $2,500 for the RVJ match, but I don't think John is going to do that on a smaller stage. So next, I would say is probably Devon in December, if he agrees, or otherwise Zoloev in January next year. Chanshaw, I'll come back soon, brother. Been very busy in life. Okay, you're talking about YouTube. We are waiting. Belez6457. Who is next for John? Okay, I already answered that. Faisal Khan. Larry's 8-week training with Levan and Irakli will be a huge turning point for him. Agree. So if some of you start joined right now, there is some news for you. Larry is this month. Levan and Irakli are going to Dubai to train with Larry Wheels, and he will stay there till December. And what is in December? King of the Table 2. So maybe Irakli can have a match at King of the Table 2. I don't think there is any opponent for Levan. If they find one, it would not be a good match. Harvey Winston, the match was absolute fire, right? Yeah, would have been cool to see John Brzenk in the hook. I don't think he can hook John Brzenk. He would have definitely tried, man. Definitely tried when he saw that his top roll is not working. SG record, Chance Shaw has a bright future. John McQueen, thank you for the answer. Subscribed, and you also pronounced my last name correctly. That's amazing. Thank you, man. I try to be really careful. So the names that I cannot pronounce, I sometimes I say that. Paulin 1023. What's that chance? Mr. Popo, did Uncle John win? Uncle John won his right-handed match. I forgot the name of his opponent. He's not very well known worldwide, and he lost to David Bradford 6-0, I think, left-handed. So no, Uncle John did not win the match. At least the match he was talking about. Stake on Paul Lynn here. Shut out stake. You want people to lose their money, Levan? That's what you want. Margin Margin Ventiel. John is the Mike Tyson of arm wrestling, a super being at that age, definitely. Permabulk. Where is the chat? Yeah, I think RVJ just lost the match. RVJ got destroyed. Kurdecha SP, who won? Alex Kurdecha won the right-handed match. SP got injured in the first match, but he still took the second match and lost easily, I think. And then the match was forfeited, so it would be technically it would be 6-0 for Alex Kordecha. And I got two opinions. I did not. I already started the live when the other match was on, but some were saying that SP won, and the other guy was saying that Kordecha won. I'm not sure about the left-handed match. Maybe some of you have the update already. Who won left-handed? Okay, Chan Shaw has already answered it. Kodecha dominated SP left-handed and injured him right-handed. Right. Yeah, we too kind of predicted that after that injury. I also thought that SP will have nothing for Kodecha. I said that to Ryan Bowen. I don't think right now there are 10, 15 people in this world whose wrist would hold up against Alex Kodecha. His pronation is just stupid strong. Not everyone is Krasimir who can press through like that. And maybe he has also learned to transition right now. Maybe Krasimir has nothing for Kodecha right now because Kodecha is relatively young in the sport. He's young in age too, but also in the sport. Maybe he has 4, maximum 5 years in the sport. Shaw as in October 23rd. Paul Lin match, right? Okay, you were asking 10 or 23. It is on 23rd October. Philippi Les Brave. Hi, what's up? What's up? Great, brother. Aryan Upadhyay. Hey, Pradeep, tomorrow are the Mumbai Mayor's Nationals, right? Are you going there? Remember that what I told you to make a video about that? Man, I'm doing a lot of things right now. Maybe I forgot. SP lost badly. Now he can make a video of his slow speech, pity attitude, and how good he looked in losing to Kordecha for our entertainment. Kurdecha is really, really good, man. So that was my second wrong prediction. Out of the 9 matches, I think I predicted 9 matches. I got the Uncle John wrong, and I got the Ryan SP left-handed wrong, and I got 7 or 8 right. So that is good, about 75%. Mr. Popos taked on David, but still Uncle John fan, right? Forrest Olson, early predictions if John versus Devon happens. Devon without a weight cap, because John will not ask for a weight cap, and Devon will not agree, I guess. But Devon has wanted that rematch forever. If you remember, there was a 2018 show with Matt Mask, Ryan Bowen, John Brzenk, and Devon Larratt. Devon predicted in 2018 that John Brzenk is not retired. He clearly said that. He said, "We know, John, that you are not retired. So don't pretend that you are retired. Come back. I want a rematch against you." Devon has wanted that rematch forever. Poor SP, man. RIP. I'm going to come in rankings. Super pumped. Mumbai Mayor's National Sunday. Right. John was gassed out. It's sad to see John getting old. He looked good. He was breathing heavy, but his arm looked relatively fresher. Dimitri's arm looked gassed out. But John was definitely breathing heavier than Dimitri. Shubham Yadav, amazing quality too. The cameraman was on point. The cameraman was Eric Wolf, I think. I think Eric Wolf. John said today or yesterday that Eric Wolf is going to film his match. And he's going to film his match. Levan, I want to see Marcio pull Cordecha right hand. Bad match, I think. Bad match for Marcio. Cody Merritt versus Alex Cordecha left hand, maybe. This could be interesting. This could be interesting. Depends on right and left. Does Alex have a stronger left? I heard it somewhere that his left is as strong, if not stronger, than his right. The cosmic entity. John is wholesome, making our days with kicking some young asses, and will keep doing it to even better pullers. He is the most brave pullers of all time. Right. He's not afraid to take matches. And I love his confidence. You know what he said about Paul Lynn? What John Brzenk said about Paul Lynn to Devon Larrett? I think to Devon. Or against, yeah, I think he said that to Devon. John said that I cannot see Paul Lynn has such a little hand, tiny hand. I cannot see how he is going to top roll or do anything against me. I really like John's confidence. SP lost to 95 kg Makayev. How you could think he's going to beat Alex 6-0? That's crazy. Yeah, bad prediction from me. Never nothing. Bad prediction on my part. I just carried away with his former world titles that he has, WAF titles. No, John versus Devon, it will be a totally one-sided match. Devon is too big. Devon is too big. SP lost tonight. Okay, read that. Cosmic Entity. He wants to pull everyone from anywhere, even at this age, with a serious. Oh, where did that? Shoulder injury, which prevents him going to hook. Yeah. What's next for John? Who is he pulling next? I already answered that question. I think Zoloev in January. Armwars is so unrecognized. It's stupid. Agreed. Nail pickup is a really, really hard working man. Kurdecha could do so much. And this is a really, really good 97 against who? Oh, Dmitry, 97% said John is going to win. And it is a really, we are really blessed. Like whenever I message Neil Pickup, whenever I message Ryan Bowen, whenever I message Devon Larrett, they always reply. And these guys are legends. Maybe Ryan Bowen is not a legend right now, but he will be after 10 years. But Devon Larrett and Neil Pickup, these guys replying to all of our messages, that is really crazy. We are really blessed. Armwars is so unrecognized. Okay, I read that. Kurdecha could do so much with his frame and height and weight. Did you guys watch that match? Is there any video available? I haven't checked my phone yet for 1.5, nearly 2 hours. Thanks to him, arm wrestling world started to become excited again. Watching John pull is much more exciting than watching top 8, to be honest, right? I took a break from arm wrestling. I hope. Okay, you have answered my question, Stephen Sams. Thank you very much. Blake Gibbons. How the F did anyone watch the matches? They are not even on YouTube as advertised. Neil took down the streams. Someone else took down Neil's streams because of copyright. So he did not go live after that. But he had the option to mute his live stream. There is always an option. I am not sure why he did not choose that. I'm not sure why no one advised him that. Maybe YouTube banned his channel for doing live for some time. Maybe. I don't know. After seeing today John's endurance, what do you think, Pradeep, his match against Paulin and Zoloev? I think he's going to beat Paulin comfortably, and I think Zoloev is going to beat John Brzenk comfortably 3-0. There was a time when John Brzenk let Zoloev pull him in a hook and just rolled out, did a can opener on Zoloev. But you have to understand the fact that John Brzenk, that was 2015 John Brzenk that defeated Devon Larrett. That match was in 2015, and Zoloev was what, less than 80 kilos, maybe mostly at most 80 kilos at that time, and right now he's 93 kilos, I guess, at least 15, 13 or 15 kg heavier than what he was back then. And John has to be a little bit weaker than his 2015 version. So I'm not thinking that this match is good for John Brzenk. For John, it is all about the hand size. He always looks at that first to determine. Chan Shaw. Ryan was able to convince you with all of his confidence, right? Maybe you're right. Maybe. But no, but even before that, when I initially made that video about the predictions, I said Ryan SP left-handed. About a month ago. I would not a month. This match was announced after that, when you guys decided not to compete, you and Derek Smith. A few, maybe 10-15 days ago, I said that Ryan SP can win, is going to win left-handed, but I was definitely wrong about that. Hey, guys, I did eight, 7 or 8 predictions right, only 2 wrong. Why are we talking about the wrong predictions only? Maybe a few chats left. Okay, Chansha again. Unfortunately, only John Brzenk and Todd Hutchings are proven against the East in middleweight. The rest of US arm wrestlers in middleweight are not to that level, right? You are right. Chancho, I think I would have found Alex in the finals of the 4-way, but no way to know. I'll be Mr. Olympia. I'll be at the Mr. Olympia event in 2 weeks. Is it really 2 weeks, Chancho? I don't think it is 2 weeks away. I'll make an event about that. There is a $10,000 tournament, the Mr. Olympia Arm Wrestling tournament, that is going to happen in US. I don't remember the place exactly. And definitely, chance he was definitely going to the finals. Do you think Derek Smith's wrist was going to hold up against Alex Kurdecha? Not even close. Neil is supernatural. He cannot be banned. Okay. Somebody with a super chat. Just wait. Armwars is so unrecognized. It's stupid. Thanks to him, arm wrestling got started exciting. Okay. Chance, what is next for you? Cats Bond. Unfortunately, only John Brzenkvs told Hutchings. I read that. Faiz Khan. Those who say that they don't like top 8 matches just don't like the results. For me, Levan versus Dave was an amazing event. Yeah, it was amazing for me. Darko with a 50 Swedish currency, I believe it is, right? You're from Sweden. Thank you very much, man. Thank you very much. Vince McMahon, 88 likes at least. Take it to 100 before this stream ends, guys. 90. Thank you very much. Ryan Blue Bowen, I'm so tired. Good night, Arm Wrestling World. Thank you, Ryan. Thank you very much for being a member on this channel and for supporting me. It must be what, around 4 a.m. around that? Uh, Around there, Ryan? Right? At least 4 a.m. But it is the YouTube job, man. It is the YouTube job. We have to wake up irrespective of the time or whether we had sleep or not. If you are a YouTuber, you'll have to wake up whenever there are matches. Being active has big effect on performance. That uneven wallpaper is triggering me. Yeah, I ordered that from Amazon. I'm trying to shift the setup to the other room, and they gave us default the bad thing, yeah, the faulted one. They're different in size, so I thought maybe I don't care. I got the refund for this, and they never took it back. Good night, Ryan. Good night, Blue. Yes, Swedish Krona, Darko. Yeah, thank you very much, man. Subscribe to Aussie Man. Aussie Armbrust. Okay, Ryan Blue Bowen. Right. Cats Bond. Till RVJ trains professionally, I think he will lose against even Europeans opponents slightly weaker than Sasho. I agree. I think Ryan Bowen versus RVJ is a really, really good match right now. Hayden, 5:27 a.m. in Australia. Hayden is the most Australian surname. Matthew Hayden. We of course remember it from Matthew Hayden. The cricketers know who Matthew Hayden is. He's the big Australian opener. And I don't like these excuses. I call them excuses. Like before the match, if you are saying, yeah, I only had one month prior notice to train for it, but I'm not using it as an excuse, then why are you even mentioning it if you are not using it as an excuse? Yes, RVJ, I have to go to a job, but those guys are lucky. Those guys are lucky. They can work. Arm wrestling is their job. It, Marcio Barbosa once said, and I wrote under his video, I wrote a comment under his video. He said that these guys like Ryan Bowen, they are lucky. They're lucky because YouTube is their job. They can earn money. No, it is not. YouTube is a lot more difficult and demanding than doing a regular job? Don't you think the other guys who are full-time arm wrestlers, don't you think they can do a job? Chan Shaw can tell us. He left his job. Chan, please tell me, what is more difficult, doing a job or YouTube? And would you consider the guys who are full-time arm wrestlers as lucky because they don't have to go to a job? And then when you're saying I'm not using it as an excuse, then why are you mentioning it? And RVJ didn't ask Sasho for drug tests. He asked Ryan when he admitted, even when Ryan Bowen admitted, he still asked Ryan that he said that I'm glad you accepted, but still you would have to follow the procedure. But I cannot help you. You would have to go through the tests. But he did not ask Sasho for the tests. Labor wise numbers, YouTube requires more dedication, right? Definitely. Chenshaw Paulin versus Sasho would have been a better match, in my opinion. Just because Paulin is fast, RVJ always looking. Chenshaw jobs are easy compared to YouTube. Somebody sent this screenshot to Marcio Barbosa and RVJ. Another thing, I have a business, so I cannot leave that. I have 5 kids, I cannot leave them, so I cannot train as much, but I'm not using it as excuse. Then why are you telling us that if you are not using that as an excuse? And we always hear these things, like before a match or after a match. My right wrist is injured, but I'm not using it as excuse. After the match when I lost, yeah, my right wrist was injured, but I'm not using it as an excuse. Then why are you telling it? Where I'm really confused about this. Rancor depends on your job. Maybe, but time. If you look at the overall time, and jobs you don't have to come up with things. In most of the jobs you don't have to apply your mind. You're kind of supposed to do whatever you are being told to do. That is a job. Most of the jobs in YouTube you have to constantly think, constantly pressurize yourself. There is no time frame. And I say that from a perspective, I'm also doing a job and I'm also doing a YouTube at the same time, so I think I'm qualified to speak on that matter. Herman Steven also works but never gives excuses, right? Nobody should. And if you give excuses, please accept. Don't give the excuses and then say that I'm not using it as an excuse. But let me tell you, when you are on the spot and being asked questions, you tend to babble your truths. Me? Give example. Chenshaw. See, when I was going into the fatal four-way, I had a wrist injury, but I never mentioned it. If you don't want to use something as an excuse, don't talk about it before. That's what I'm talking about. Don't talk about it before and don't talk about it at least for a month after the match. And this is one more thing that always comes up, always. Did you guys watch the Michael Todd? I thought about creating a footage out of that. Maybe I'm going to be hated, and maybe somebody is going to screen record this and send it to Michael Todd. Can you guys believe that level of delusion? Hi, we call Ryan Bowen delusional. After the match, what did Michael Todd say in the live stream? Devon Larratt is the strongest human being that he ever arm wrestled. Strongest human being ever arm wrestled, right? Everyone remembers that. And he might be the strongest man that ever arm wrestled on an arm wrestling table. That is what he said. Strongest human being that he arm wrestled and strongest man that ever arm wrestled. And in his last live stream, he said that Devon just had a good day. Devon just not good day. He said Devon just had a good night. That's it. I will beat Devon in the next match. So from being the strongest arm wrestler to ever arm wrestle in this world to just having a good night, and that's it. Nothing more than that. Come on, man. Kudos to Sasho. Okay. Dylan Fowler, come back. Welcome back here, man. I have a bad back and an evil mother-in-law, but it is not an excuse. Right. I get you. SSEN. That makes Sasho victory even more impressive if he tore his back. Who said that? Sasho tore his pec? Really? He injured himself during warm up. Who? Sasho had a torn pec. Okay, that's great to hear. Not great to hear, but it makes the victory good. Are you saying people can't analyze their thoughts? Joe Nello, no, I'm not saying that. But there is a difference in that. How can true analysis of the same person, you are the same person, he is the same person. How can these two analysis be such different in thoughts your about that match? Let me read what Chanshaw said. In my opinion, Michael was losing respectfully and showing kudos. Okay, but would say that Devon had a good day afterwards, so he can focus hard on training and not forfeit. Just a thought. Maybe, but there is a big gap between these two statements. Like the strongest man who ever arm wrestled, and he just got lucky that night. That's it. Michael Todd is already looking past Devon Larratt. He is already thinking that Devon has nothing for him. And that always happens after the match. For a week, just after the match, everyone says that, yeah, he beat the best version possible of me, the strongest version that ever existed. And after a week or two, that is when the excuses starts to come out. Always happens. You can see this trend everywhere. Excuses start to come out a week or two after the match has ended. Hidden delusional Michael Todd. That's empty for you. Facts. Okay. Sasha Torre. What about Mike versus Eric? Mike Aiello versus Eric Spoto. If Devon, if Eric Spoto is nearly as strong, or maybe 30% less as strong as Devon claims him to be, I think Chance should win that match. I think Chance is going to win that match. Mike Aiello used to be really good, like, but right now he's not performing well. Maybe just because he's up against higher opponents, higher level opponents. Chanshaw, remember Michael Todd would tell you he's one of the strongest people that ever arm wrestled. Right. And he's talking about that Levant too. Lightning strike. He's saying the same thing about the Levant too. He's really believing himself that he can beat Levant. And I don't think Michael Todd can slip against Levant. Maybe I could even bet something on that. Michael Todd not sleeping against Levant. And Michael Todd talked about me in a video. He said that, oh, Pradeep is just a little dude. What does he know about arm wrestling? Something like that. When I said that Corey West probably needs one more year before he can beat Todd Hutchings. And let's see how that goes. Let's see how that goes. Wow, that was quite the thunder. It's raining outside. Okay, I should end it at 150. RVJ uses his natty status as the badge of honor, which is fine. But these other guys don't care about that. They want to win, right? Anthony, maybe you're right. But RVJ also thinks that he could be bigger than Levan if he tries to juice up. I don't think steroids can take you from 220 pounds to 400 pounds. Because he has clearly said that Levan was much smaller than me before he started juicing. Levan was 110 kilos when he was 23 years old. So was he using HGH at 23 years old? Did he have that much money? Because HGH is really, really expensive. And you're not becoming Levan without HGH. And he was winning, competing in WAF every year at that time. So he must have been tested. And I don't think a 23-year-old Levan could have afforded HGH. Spoto won't lose to Mike. Spoto will lose to somebody technically better than him, though. Yeah, somebody who attacks his hand. I would assume it would be really hard to go through his hand unless you are his arm, unless you are Corey West or Todd Hutchings, something like that. Joe Nello, wow, that was quite a thunder. Okay, you read that middleweight Gasparini pinned Michael Todd. That is why I always say that Michael Todd versus Hermes Gasparini in 2021 is a really bad match for Michael Todd. Really bad match. Some guys even say that Gennady can beat him. I don't really think that Gennady Quiquina can beat Michael Todd. I would favor Michael Todd in that match. Just one more minute, guys. Almost no one in NA is hooking Hutchings, right? Maybe Devon, maybe a 280 pounds Devon can do that. 90 pounds. Dennis Terminator Cop is back in less time you think. I hope. Cycling on and off HGH you can go without being detected. But HGH is really costly, Joe. It is really costly. But from what I have heard, but why do you think a 23-year-old Levan who was weighing 110 kilos, why do you think he can afford HGH? And why would he use HGH at that time at 23 years age? Right now he's 32. I think he's 32. He said he was 110 kilos in 2012. So you can do the math. Sporto just elbow fouls, he would lose on that. Maybe. Knockoff HGH from China is affordable. I've heard compared to prescription grade HGH. Okay. I'm not the guy to talk about that. Haven't done, don't, haven't gone that path. Cats Bond. What do we make out of newer version of Michael Todd, 300 pounds and juiced up, and his training methods? Michael said that after the Devon match, he said that lot of people have told me to do the traditional exercises, the pronation with belts and the cupping with the handles. He said he's going to do that, and I was really happy. I was really happy. I even commented under his videos. I think Michael still needs those trainings to make his hand and pronation stronger. All Michael does right now is cardio. He says that it works for him, but maybe if he tried the traditional route, maybe it will work even more for him. But at 300 pounds, could definitely 300 pounds MMT could be really dangerous, but not dangerous for Levan. Levan could barely train and sleep with the tiny money he made when he was 23, right? Cosmic Code. HGH cost nothing in Russia. Been there, seen it. Okay. Thanks for the feedback. Then maybe I'm wrong. Agree Spot was a cheater. Cheater in all. Nobody's a cheater in training videos, Diego Mister. HGH isn't that costly. I think I heard Leo and longevity talk about that. HGH being costly. Can someone just do a quick Google search about HGH cost about 5 to 32 dollars US dollars per day? No, I do not agree with that, man. Why would people say that it is so costly? Testosterone costs that much, not $5, a little bit less. Perhaps he did not use HGH. He could have been have acromegaly. Yeah, we can assume even if Levan is off anything or he didn't use anything in his life, still he wouldn't be 220 pounds like RVJ, right? At least we all can agree on that. Still, let's say he would be around 270 pounds, not less than that. You cannot agree with that, but that is from HGH therapy website. Okay, okay, maybe you're right then. HGH also takes years to come into play. So if Levan did start using it earlier on his life, you wouldn't know till years later. Anywars is pretty expensive. Okay, guys, thank you very much for staying there. Longest live stream by far. 59 still there. Two already dropped off as soon as I said thank you. Please give a thumbs up. 100 thumbs up. That's all I want. And if any one of you 50 who are live here has not subscribed yet, please do it now. And I will be really thankful. Chan Shaw, take it easy. Akash Chopra. Bye bye, Akash. Oleg is competing right now. Have not heard anything about him in 6 months. Anyone has info? No, not already 101. Bye bye, guys. Bye bye. Thank you very much. It is not really difficult to end this live stream. I don't know why Matt Mask was so confused about it, but it was funny to listen to him. Bye.